Hey, what's going on, y'all? So today we're going to be reacting to the Clive Tekken 8 trailer. I'm very happy, very excited. I have heard a ton of people, Twitter, YouTube, for the most part, people actually like Clive. I think that's going to change as the character drops. The casuals are going to love him. And I'm going to say who this character is for before we get to this video. The actual character design, what this is for, is Devil May Cry fans, Noctis fans, Final Fantasy fans, Soul Calibur fans. I want to say Star Wars, but I ain't gonna throw Star Wars out there. Elden Ring fans. So let me see. Elden Ring, Star Wars. No, Elden Ring, Tekken. Because let me say another thing about this. A lot of people have basically said that this is not a Tekken character. We have Space Pirate Ninjas. We have already got a character that has a sword. Is Victor not a character? I know he just got to the series, but he's got a sword. We've had pandas, bears, which we still have in the game. Jack 8 through Jack 6, a gigantic cyborg robot who plays plays like a 2D character. So yeah, as far as him not being a Tekken character, that you know how vague that description is. Like the thing with Tekken is like it's all about variety and different audiences. So let me break it down. We have boxers, Steve Fox. We have TIE fighters. We have devils, a ton of devils. Like half the game is damn near devils at this point. It's like you get a devil transformation, you get a devil transformation, and basically this character is made to again another audience and representate the audience of people that like to play hack and slash, because that's what he's going to be for. And if you all don't like it, you're open to that opinion. You don't have to like it. I suggest you do not come the 16th. You do not play this game for at least 2 weeks, and you just sit offline, just punish training this character to death. Because I'm telling you right now, the way this character looks, if you try to fight with him as he looks right now, it's just my opinion. I haven't seen frame data. I think he's going to be a humongous knowledge check of flying 50-50s, dash cancels, and just derpy gameplay. And let's get into the trailer why I think that.
On this, my sword, I swear, to shield the Firebird's flame forevermore.
Can't wait.
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8. New challenger.
Can't hit to even nod. Any objections?
Clive Rosfeld.
Oh yeah, I forgot one. Another community this appeals to is the Monster Hunter community. So that's like, I want to say 5 or 6 different communities roughly. Okay, really quick, you keep seeing this wolf little companion thing that keeps popping up. For people that say that's not traditionally Tekken, in Tekken 7 we literally had Kazumi, like Kazuya's mother, show up, and she was attacking me all game in the game that everybody loves to praise, Tekken 7, so much, with a tiger. So she would throw full screen. So here you go. We kind of put everything together on this one. We were kind of like a team effort on this one. Ace cooking.
Lights out.
待たせたようだ。
Okay, so that part where he said too slow and he threw the high kick, I think that might be like a parry. Which means if you're throwing gaps or fake pressure on him, Yeah, he's gonna he gonna mess you up something bad. Hey, this character, telling you, the fans are gonna love him initially. Again, as I said before, I predict that he's definitely going to be a character that a lot of people hate as time goes on. So, I mean, it is what it is. Look at that. Look at that. You can't tell me this isn't cool. Listen to the soundtrack.
And I for hope.
Yeah, I remember when I said Devil May Cry fan. See how his voice got all maleficent, and then he got like the fiery aura going on into like a little devil trigger state. Devil May Cry fans are gonna come running. Like, trust, they're gonna come running with their wallets.
The only fantasy here is yours! Afraid! Our flames burn as one! We'll save ourselves. And we'll do it on our own terms.
So, now I'm just gonna run my mouth while I have the footage in the background. We're gonna turn that off real quick and so let's look at the likes versus dislikes, which I can't do it. You got me right here saying I called it. Shout out to me. Oh man. Okay. So after watching the trailer again, I can see why a lot of you all are upset. That being said, again, I'm going to be playing this character regardless of whether they nerf him down to almost unusable. I predict that when this character comes out, he's going to be a top tier, more than likely. I don't see him being mid tier at all. Was watching a bit of other things with the character. His gameplay design is going to be triangle, 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 like Victor Mach 2 / Noctis Mach 2. More so Noctis playstyle, but Victor and Noctis are almost the same character, really. That being said, they do have installs that he has to build up to do certain crazy things, and even the developers said that like fiery armor, like devil trigger transformation that he has, his heat state, which I think is his heat state. I could be wrong. They said that's how they want you to finish the fight. So as you can see, he already has like somewhat crazy pressure, right? So the game plan essentially is to mix you to death with punish you, because he's a mid-range character at first, and then after enough installs, right, he's going to basically get probably even faster or have more armor frames. Yeah, that heat state looks incredibly powerful, but I mean that's how most of the characters in the game work. And this game is aggressively based focus. So again, we have punishment training. You have all kind of tools to practice against this character. And for those that say they love Tekken, in my opinion, this is the best Tekken that we've released thus far. Because I was not a fan of Tekken 7. To this day, I'm not a fan of Tekken 7. Cool game. I've loved all the other titles better, from Tekken 6 to Tekken Tag, and Tekken Tag 2 was a mess, to be honest with you, because it had infinite combos. But we're beyond that point of infinites. They've gotten much better at fixing that in these new games. And again, the character is going to be here. A lot of people kept thinking it was going to be Tifa. I kind of predicted it wouldn't be because of the simple fact that we already have a boxer, Steve Fox. And I'll be honest, Tifa doesn't do anything that spectacular. And I mean, she has a lot of air combos as well, which they could still keep on the ground. That's not really the issue. And as far as the Tifa fans, they still have time to release Tifa as of later. Like, you have to understand, you all should probably be celebrating the fact that Clive is actually in the game, because that means that Harada is still actually, and his team is actually still in good terms with Final Fantasy and Square Enix, meaning there's still potential for, let's say, the Season 2, that the final guest character could be Tifa, just through popular request and them knowing that you all have been asking this since Tekken 7, back when we really started going the whole guest character thing. Another thing I've heard people say that this is the end of Tekken and, it's over. It's crazy to me because I can see what people were talking about MK1, how we had characters that basically, like the entire MK1, like Combat Pack 1, 2 was pretty much guest characters, like majority guest characters. Tekken has done the complete opposite. They've released majority actual characters that belong in the game, like reoccurring standard Tekken characters, and then giving you a one guest character. And the reaction that they're getting from a lot of people that I don't even think really play Tekken heavy, because there's two audiences that are not liking Clive, in my opinion. You have the I love Tekken 7, and Tekken 7 was the greatest thing since sliced bread, which it wasn't. And you have the die-hard I play Tekken and we'll never accept anything outside of traditional martial artists, which is crazy to me because we've been had Yoshimitsu for how long? Since at least Tekken 3 when I've been playing him, but I mean I think he was in Tekken 2. Again, Tekken has been known as a series of crazy kung fu, like from martial arts, kung fu, etc. Yoshimitsu fits in both Soul Calibur and Tekken because Yoshimitsu can fight you with hands or he can fight you with a sword. But you all just wanting to have a traditional character, like I've heard people ask about Marduk. Y'all don't want Marduk in Tekken 8. Trust y'all really do not want Marduk in Tekken 8. I've heard people ask for Fakarum back. You do not want Fakarum to come back. He can come back. More than likely he's going to come back. But I think with characters like this, it'll be a much easier way to combat bigger characters that have mix-ups like that. Just off GP. Like, even Jin Kazama, my main, has been using Devil Power since Tekken 3. So this whole thing of he's not a Tekken character, I don't know what y'all would define as a Tekken character, because Tekken has some of the most variety of different characters. Like, that's the whole game's thing, is everyone represents their own nationality, their own, like, background. It's really, Tekken is like you get a bunch of different people or a bunch of different ideas, and it's a conglomeration of different ideas put into one game. But to say this is just a martial arts kung fu fighter, it's not. If y'all want to do that, y'all can reference, I guess y'all say Virtua Fighter, but even Dead or Alive 5 had an AI robot that you were fighting that copies other people's moves, and you had ninjas all over the place that were just doing like all kind of crazy stuff. So I don't know what game y'all are safe from at this point, because guest characters are here to stay. As far as business goes, they sell out usually, especially when it's something as visually pleasing as this. The stage is magnificent. And more to the point, again, they've even added costumes for, like, again, 'cause I'm talking about the casual fan base here. They've even added costumes for Final Fantasy to basically be across the board. And to say that Elden Ring players / hack and slash players don't know what Tekken is, a while ago when we had Elden Ring mods, they went so viral that Harada actually had to make a statement saying, guys, you all did an amazing job with the Elden Ring mods, but I need you all to tell people that it's a mod, because I don't want people to buy my game and think, oh, there's knights and students in armor running around. Like, we don't usually have that. And again, I get Clive is, I guess, somewhat out of the norm, but you gotta understand, if you support Tekken 7 and love Tekken 7 and you stand by Tekken 7, then you stand by Noctis, and you stand by the beginning of guest characters. And to be honest, Tekken 8 is just an evolution of Tekken 7. It is everything you had in Tekken 7 and more, because that's one thing Tekken does, is they constantly work to push the envelope forward. So This whole thing about it's gonna be the end of Tekken. It's gonna be the end. I've heard this from a lot of quote unquote pro players, top players. If it's really the end, I mean, like, how pro are you if you're not gonna be labbing against this character? I'm guaranteeing that, like, when this character drops, I'm not only going to be playing this character, I'm going to be playing to counter this character, because I know, as far as casuals are concerned, they're going to be on this character like white on rice. And even the pros, like the first, I might be past 2 weeks. I think this character is not only going to be prevalent at the beginning of the launch, I think this character is going to be prevalent for months to come, maybe years, like, honestly. It depends on how they handle him, but even when you're watching the trailer, he doesn't look all that fast. You know, he has a startup, just like every other Tekken character. I mean, for people to say that they think he's going to be completely broken, how much faith do you really have in Harada's team to, like, design, you know? Because I'm starting to understand a lot of people don't like Tekken 8 because they don't like chip on block, they don't like 50-50s. Cool. If that's the case, this game just may not be for you. You may just have to go back to Tekken 7, the old Tekken games where Tekken was great again. Maybe have to go to Tekken Tag 2, even though that's a broken game. And I loved it to death, but it was completely broken and unbalanced. And we got to stop referencing, like, older games for being the best thing since sliced bread, because, to be honest, like I said, every game is going to have its problems. That being said, I have faith that Harada, as the problems will, like, persist, his team will come in and address the issues. So, again, we have bigger budgets now. We have better quality assistance teams. And the game's life has just begun. This is only the end of Season 1. He's already said there's going to be multiple updates from Season 1 and 2, probably based off player feedback. So when people are having a heart attack about this character, they're probably going to adjust this, slow this down, fix this, tone this down. And I really see him probably getting toned down over time, is the way I predict. I don't see them buffing him. He already looks kind of insane as it is. And as far as playing, I will definitely be playing this character. This character, for me, you know, I've been playing Tekken since Tekken 3. Was so exciting for me that I actually want to go play Victor, which I was vehemently not liking because of how, like, he looks. He looks kind of goofy to me, but even then, I should probably be more inclined to just pick up certain characters and just have fun, and that's what this character's for. Like, an easy character, I've gotten away from, like, playing the hardcore, super hard character, because I've been playing Steve Fox, I've been playing Sub-Zero and MK1, etc. But sometimes you just want to get on a game, right? You want to not be wearing your thumbs out to death, and you want to just enjoy the experience, and that's what this character will be. Like, I will be sitting here, no joke, triangle, 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 like, probably playing like this. That's how I'm going to be playing Clive. See this right here? I'm playing him just like this. Matter of fact, turn it upside down real quick and play him just like this. Like, that's how we're going to be playing the character. Again, if I'm playing a game like that and you're getting blown up, unless the frame data is something wrong with it, which I highly doubt, because I've been hearing from a couple of content creators like 5DX that said they've been working on this character since the end of Tekken 7. So I think he's had plenty enough time to cook, and the team was definitely a fan of him because they put literally every one of his powers into the game. Now, again, you have to understand that this so far is just a trailer. I will be researching and doing some further research into, like, how his installs work, because I think he might actually be a more difficult version of Noctis or a difficult version of Victor, if that makes sense. Like, he seems on paper to be simple, but a lot of the mechanics that he's using and things he's using are actually semi-advanced. Like, I won't know, obviously, until, again, Tuesday. But, again, even if he's easy, that doesn't change my opinion of the character being good or bad. Good or bad is more so, are his tools too oppressive to the point where you can't play the game? That's when it's like, okay, you know, all right, I can see y'all saying this is the end of Tekken, even though it's not really ever going to be the end of Tekken. Like, let's cut that out. Because, like, no other fighting game is doing it like Tekken is right now. They've ended the combat pack or the season pass amazingly good at this point. They've already teased the season 2's first character, Anna. So again, for people that are diehard Tekken loyalists, most of the actual season passes are literally Tekken characters, traditional Tekken characters. And I think it might stay that way. Even with the sales of a guest character, I think Harada knows his audience well enough to know that even in the Tekken formula when we've had guest characters, even back in Tekken 3 with the dinosaur that everybody keeps referencing, traditionally the theme is mostly Tekken characters and a little sprinkle of guest characters. As long as he keeps that formula, I don't see Tekken starting to make a decline. I really don't. Not to mention, Tekken launched with a very massive roster of characters. I think it was like 30 plus characters on launch. Again, they launched with the most characters. They launched with rollback netcode. They launched across platform play. They launched with the best training mode. So all the Clive at the end of Tekken is honestly just nonsense. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's really nonsense. If you think one character is going to kill the game, I don't know whether you're serious or you're just being facetious. But again, this character is not. Yeah, he's gonna actually make the sales initially go up, and over time, like I said, as people complain, because they're going to complain, they're going to whine, they're going to adjust the character. Like that's going to happen. I don't know where this thing where it's like old games where people like. Because people reference the older games, right? Karada said it himself. Back in the old Tekken, it was just drop the game, leave the game, work on the next game. Now they have to basically make a character, test a character, release a character. Then they have to go back because people are complaining and adjust the character to the liking of the community. Because the community will always find things that the quality assist team might miss, etc. But again, Clive's here to stay. I will be playing Clive. You will probably be seeing tutorials of how I play Clive. Gameplay of me playing Clive. He's here to stay. So all the people having a heart attack about Clive being here, if you really feel like you need to uninstall the game, you probably just didn't like the game in the first place. I'm going to be honest with you. You probably just didn't like the game. If one character makes you get off the game, you didn't like the game. Just uninstall it. Just leave. But people that really mess with Tekken, we're going to be here. Sorry. It's just not... If you know anything about Tekken, like one character doesn't kill a game. It just doesn't. Sorry. Like, yeah. But it's been MaskofTiers. Until next time. Peace.